Hi guys, my name is Manish Sharma. I'm a Vedic astrologer based in London, United Kingdom. Guys, today I brought the video for Scorpion yearly prediction for year 2023. Guys, as I mentioned that I'm a Vedic astrologer, my videos are based on Vedic astrology, and Vedic astrology, whenever it comes in a picture, it actually for yearly predictions in Vedic astrology we consider only 4 main planets. First one is Saturn, second one Jupiter, and Rahu and Ketu. Rahu and Ketu, these 2 planets are shadow planets in Vedic astrology, very important planets. These planets are responsible for downfall for or basically someone becomes a billionaire overnight, or basically someone gains like a big position, or a lot of big leaders in this world have got a very great positions for Rahu and Ketu posted in, placed in their natal charts. So that's why these planets are very important actually for any kind of predictions in your life, for your married life, even for the marriage compatibility. Whenever we look at actually marriage compatibility, these planets are considered very carefully, because they can create a lot of issues in married life and then even can end up with a divorce. So that's why these planets are very important for yearly prediction and in life predictions as well. Now, when other planets like Mercury, Mars, these planets are actually generally considered in on monthly predictions. And also basically in Vedic astrology we consider Sun and Moon as well as a planet. Now basically Sun is also considered in the monthly prediction, but whenever it comes to the daily prediction, then Moon is the planet actually which we consider, because Moon changes its position in every 2.5 days. That's why you may have seen that actually sometime your mood is better and suddenly some kind of trouble happens, and in fact actually it's not a trouble, but you start feeling stressed about something, and suddenly some kind of unwanted thoughts comes in your mind, and then actually it troubles you, and then suddenly it disappears after 2 days or 2.5 days. So those kind of things actually, if you look at that particular point of time, you will see that moon is in moon transiting from the bad sign in your birth chart, and that could cause those kind of issues. So that's why for daily prediction Moon, monthly prediction all 9 planets, and then actually for yearly prediction these 4 planets. Now for Scorpio actually 2023, now also one other thing actually, before starting, I just want to mention one more thing. I generally divide my videos in separate sections actually to address each and every part of your life. So let's talk about health for Scorpio in 2023. Now when the year starts, actually your planetary position tells that your first 3 months or 4 months actually until 22nd of April, these planetary positions will be excellent for you. So health wise I do not see any trouble in that. When the year starts actually, then in Rahu will be posted in your 6th house, which is a house of disease, and Rahu gives excellent results in this house. So 6th house also tells about disease, your enemies, and basically and Ketu is placed in your 12th house. So 12th house is a house of your expenses, jail terms, medical expenses, hospital troubles, those kind of areas. So Ketu is not well placed here, but Rahu is very good in 6th house here. So then actually Jupiter is in your 5th house. 5th house is your house of romance and house for your kids, for children, and basically finance as well. And Saturn is in your 4th house. 4th house is a house of your family life. In one way, Saturn this is not a very good position for Saturn, 4th house, but on the other side actually, because Saturn is in its own sign, when the year starts it will be in Capricorn, and then actually it will move to Aquarius after 17th of April, 17th of January. And Aquarius, it's Saturn's own sign, which means the Saturn will not be giving bad results here. So for family life, it will be great. But we are talking about health side. So health side, actually, first 3 months will be great. Then actually after April, you will see some kind of stomach problems started coming, popping up actually, especially constipation, gas trouble. You will see more gas, constipation, acid reflux. Those kind of trouble actually will cause more like a stress in you, like a anxiety, and all those kind of things. You should avoid it. But and also basically it is important that if you keep your diet actually very you're strict, you follow a strict diet. Now when I say strict diet, then you should follow those diets which are those foods which are easy to digest. Now if you can avoid non-veg food, then you should avoid non-veg food, because that food actually takes a lot of efforts from body and resources to digest it. And if you're eating non-veg food, then more likely you are going to suffer with these issues, with stomach problems. So try to avoid it if you can. In August, September time, there will be issues coming up from the if you have some kind of infection can happen to you. So like a flu or viral fever, those kind of infections are actually in your chart in April and August. In August and September time. So try to be very careful in August and September on those sides actually. So that health wise actually altogether it is actually okay. It's not looking that much bad. But also some of you guys actually in the later part of the year, you could see some kind of eye trouble. So trouble in the eye, maybe your eyesight get weak and you test it and then you get like some glasses. So those kind of a thing. Or some people, or very old people, can go for the cataract operations or eye related issues. So those kind of a things actually, you could have eye infection. So that will be in the later part of this year. So altogether that health wise is average, not that much bad but not that much great either. The second part is a finance in your how finance looks like for Scorpion in 2023. So financial side, it will be a great year actually. To be honest, the chart looks very great actually. So your incomes suddenly after January, in February, you would decide suddenly that you want to change your job position and for more money. So and then job changes will be great for you, because you will earn more money, you will have a gain actually on that side. So altogether that job change will be great for you. Then other part is that throughout this year, then when you go to more later part of this year, in July to September time, because of Saturn retrograde, Saturn will be retrograded at that time. So you will have to control your expenses. You will see that actually if you give money to someone, if someone borrows money from you, you're not gonna get that money back easily. So you must avoid that part actually. You must not give money, lend money to anyone actually. So that is something I will advise you. Also, I would advise you strongly not to invest a lot of money basically in a property this year. So that could be, if you are planning to buy property, you have to be very careful checking the paperwork, and also before signing any contract. So those things actually require a lot of attention. Then let's go for the family side. So family side, this is an excellent year. You will have Saturn will be in your 4th house. And as I mentioned, the 4th house is not a very favorable position for Saturn, but then actually, because it's Saturn will be in his own sign, so that's why Saturn will be. You will have a very great time, quality time with your family, and between April and between July to between January to April, actually it will be better. Even first half will be amazing time, but then actually the rest of the year is not that much bad either. Between June till November, that will give some kind of a issues in a family life. Not that much bad, but some kind of a trouble. So you have to be careful when you talk to your spouse or your family members, actually, what word choices you make. And those actually majority of issues which I see can come up because of the way you talk or the words you choose to basically to express your feelings. So that's where basically you have to be a little bit careful in those timing. But altogether, it's an excellent time for you to spend with your family. Education wise, actually, this is an excellent year for students. In the first half, actually is amazing. Actually, what I can say, that before 22nd of April until Jupiter changes its position, this year will be excellent for this first 4 months will be excellent for students. But then even after that, actually, if you are doing the competitions preparation, then Rahu position and Jupiter position in 6th house will be excellent for you. You will gain lot of basically attention, and if you are preparing for competition, then very likely that you're gonna win that. You're gonna get, basically, if you want to travel for higher education in the foreign countries, very great time. Altogether, this year is good for Scorpion. Some trouble, actually, which I can say is can be caused by Ketu in the 12th house, and that will be until 30th of October. So, and what kind of a trouble it would be is like generally it would be okay, but then some people could have a unexpected expenses, suddenly expenses comes, and you would have to pay for medical bills, and those issues will be more problematic, related with the stomach issues, or expenses could be in your basically related with your kids. So those kind of things can come actually for until 30th of October, but not major issues. Altogether, this year is a good year for Scorpion. So guys, please subscribe my channel, and apart from that, apart from whatever I mentioned here, if you have got any other questions actually related with your natal chart, with your own personal horoscope, I require 4 details from you. One is your full name, your place of birth, your exact time of birth, and your date of birth. These 4 details, actually, if you provide in the comment box with your question, then I will try my best to answer your questions. And please subscribe my channel and keep watching it. Thanks a lot for watching it. Thank you. Thanks a lot.